Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gora Tvije Namaha. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Sarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Well, we're very happy to come to Resegne and look forward to hearing just now news of yesterday. Just now I told the devotees the new center in Resegne is now 1 day old. It's its birthday.
Hare Krishna.
1 day birthday. Very first birthday. So please share a little of the news of yesterday, Prabhu.
Dandavat Maharaj, Dandavat all devotees. Maybe we can, okay, I can share in English. So this time maybe, now we have translation, yes. We have Harigopal. We can switch one.
Tanushri. All right, so we're getting news of yesterday's opening, inauguration of the new center in Resegne. Yes, Prabhu, kindly.
Yes, Maharaj. And yesterday was very happy day for us because we started from meeting with you and then we continue. There were some practice. There were like pranayama, but mostly we trying to give the guests understanding about what is bhakti yoga. We were trying and we sing some bhajans. We discuss these bhajans about how it's important to worship to Lord, who is Lord, and what kind of relationship we can maintain with the Lord, like the main topic of Bhakti Yoga. And was amazing prasadam cooked by Hari, Govardhan Hari Prabhu, his sabji and his famous cutlet, because everyone, and you know his cutlet too, Maharaj. Yeah, you have taken, yes. And so, yes, and so like result, like a fruits of this first day of studio of center. Here is Liga and his daughter. Yes, and they come today. You remember her maybe when you were here with Mohanananda Prabhu. She was in one public program. So
okay, well, very happy to see you back. And you were there yesterday also at the opening.
Yes, they were there. So and amazing, they are interested and they came here to have more information about Krishna consciousness, about this process, about this path. And what Liga was asking me today, how Krishna looks like. And I gave some answer, but I thought maybe better to answer to you, Maharaj, how Krishna looks like. And maybe you can answer for Liga's question about Krishna.
Okay. So how does Krishna look? Inconceivably beautiful, youthful, attractive, stunning. Brahma Samhita gives us some description of Krishna. Anyhow, as a very first introduction, then we can understand that there is beauty everywhere. And there's beauty in flowers, beautiful beauty in the sea and the fish animals, beauty in the people. Everywhere there is some beauty. And so the origin of beauty is Krishna. He's the origin of all the planets, everything. This is like majestic power. But he's the origin of beauty and sweetness. And he himself, in his original form of Krishna, is the youthful Krishna, not an old man with a long beard and not able to walk, but the idea, the conception that the Lord is eternally youthful. And in his youthfulness, by his wish, he can make another form of himself who he delegates to do managing of the creation, etc. And Krishna himself, he is the all-attractive, supreme personality of Godhead. We, all of us, we have personality, we have our own appearance, and the origin, our origin, he must have the original personality, the best personality. And so Krishna, in his human-like form, is considered the highest conception of God, not in the very grand form of creating universes out of the pores of his skin, etc., but in the affectionate, kind, human-like form. So I don't know, I have a picture immediately at hand, but the pictures that we have, remember, they are paintings which have been made in accordance with the revelation of Krishna showing himself to the sincere seeker. Krishna's shown himself, and then that pure soul, the pure deserving soul, we can say, then they have seen Krishna, and then they describe, he looks like this, he looks like this. So there are paintings that we have of Lord Krishna, but these, of course, are not a photograph, but they are some understanding of how he looks with the most handsome features, but with a beautiful smile, caring complexion, a caring demeanor, rather, dark complexion. And there is one short book called Brahma Samhita, and it there gives a beautiful description of Krishna, but it does need a little help to understand. So, in a very relatable way, Krishna is close to us in one sense, but far from us in the sense of our ego, our own ego, stands as a big mountain, as our Guru Maharaj explained, our own ego that, oh, I want to be at the center, not the Lord at the center. Really, our ego that I am the center. This is standing between us and the Lord. So if we can be humble, if we can tolerate everything that comes to us, and if we can give honor to everyone, not only humans, but all species of life, and to everything, if we can have this attitude and chant the Lord's holy names, then our ego will go down, and by the Lord's grace, he may be pleased to give a little revelation to us all. This is what I look like. Do you know how beautiful I am? So this is Krishna, reality, the beautiful. And first of all, we can get a picture in our mind by hearing, and then by seeing. So we do have deities in temples in India and now around the world. And these deities are also in some form reminding us of, oh, Krishna, he looks like this. And Krishna is within that deity. He is there. but he may show himself in different forms. But the threefold bending form, this is considered a very beautiful aspect of the Lord. And somebody must have a painting of Krishna or a photograph of a deity who they could share. I won't immediately find one because, oh well, I could find one on the computer, but I won't be able to show it to you. But what does Krishna look like? He is. Oh yes. Who have you got?
Shishi Guru Gauranga Gantharva Govinda Sundar on the
Ah, yes. Here also. Gurudev's. So there you can take a look at Krishna's form in the picture. But here you won't see very well, but in the temple you will see. In the home there of Suresh Krishna, you can see that photograph. Hare Krishna. But the Lord can show himself in many ways, but Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchit Ananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. The form of Govinda, this youthful form, is considered the origin of every form of the Lord, and the origin, of everything is coming from that Supreme Lord. And his main quality is his attractiveness and beauty. It is inconceivable, but this is the conclusion of the greatest, really the greatest thinkers, the most sincere yogis, the greatest scriptures that have ever seen the light of day coming out from India. This is their conclusion, that we are to search for that Supreme Lord, who is not bigger than the biggest or smaller than the smallest, though he has his manifestation in such forms. But the original form of the Lord is Sri Krishna, reality the beautiful, and you have a photo of deities right there. And this can give you some idea, some good idea. Oh, Krishna looks like this. What have you seen? Have you seen Krishna? I'm clicking the photo, but taking a little while to download. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Oh, well, that's a little dark. Krishna is the one in the center with a flute at the center top. A little dark. Have you got Krishna on your phone?
Yes.
Here is Shyama Priya coming to show us Krishna. Our Krishna?
I have the same.
Well, what about our Govinda Gopinath?
I can show Gopinath.
We must have pictures. She must have a picture on the phone.
No, fresh one.
Hmm? Yes, Govinda. And your name is Liga, is it? Liga, okay. Hare Krishna. And what have you learned in these last 2 days?
Thanks,
Hello,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Today I am smart, but yesterday no.
Okay, Horosho.
Smarter. Shouldn't.
Horosho, very good. I understand.
And I like our people and this atmosphere. I feel happy.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you, Liga.
And nice to meet you. You look very nice.
Very kind of you. Nice to meet you. And I also like the people, and I also like the atmosphere. And this is why we are living as much as possible with the devotees. So we are very happy to see you in the family, our family of devotees. Welcome. Did you get a translation? Yes, okay, Horosho, very good. And today, Hari Gopal Prabhu is resting. You see, the Lord, you thought it was a headache, that technology is not working, but you got a little rest today, Hari Gopal Prabhu.
Maharaj, by the way, to say her language is Latvian. She speaks Latvian, not speak Russian, Russian.
Ah, okay.
Yes, and today we were practicing to swear in Latvian. It's amazing for us. It's new experience too, because not usually speak Latvian and say about Krishna, about our past, about Latvian.
Well, good for you. Good.
We will become smarter today too. A little bit smarter.
So you are smarter today also. Okay, well done. Anyhow, it is really not a matter of language. We may have many different languages, but it is a matter of changing our heart to be devoted, giving, self-giving instead of exploiting, putting ourselves at the center, but giving, not just giving anywhere, but giving our heart and energy to He who will never let us down. And that is the Lord. And Krishna is that beautiful, affectionate, caring Lord who will not let us down. We can give our heart to Him, our energy to Him, and everything will be safe and secure, and we will be safe and secure under His caring guardianship in that way. So the home of our heart, everybody around us will be good to us. Nobody will be coming to cheat us, and we won't go to cheat anybody else. That tendency is missing in the upper world. But in the material world, unfortunately, it is the world of cheats, cheated, and so many things going on. But the upper world, we can guess it. It's a very pure place where everyone is helping everybody else. And our master, our grand master, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he actually said that in Vrindavan, which is the home of Krishna, you can say his land, everybody is mad to help others, to help each other. Very much, not just, oh, I'm going to help another, but very much mad. They want to help with much intensity to others. And so this is very good news, because when we enter into such a land, we won't be struggling that, how will I do this? How will I do that? They will show us how to behave, what to do, etc. And then as we learn the proper way to continue, then when newcomers come, we share that skill, those tips with the newcomers. So our Grand Master, Srila Sridhar Maharaj, said that Vrindavan, the Lord's home, is of that kind of nature, And in this world, the temples, the ashrams, the communities where the devotees, those who are trying to practice this Krishna consciousness, then similarly, then in the ashrams, there is no suspicion amongst each other, and everyone's helping the newer persons. And then as we get some skills, some tips, we also are very happily helping others. So that's the kind of association that you are in, and where everyone wants good for others, and by helping others, automatically good comes to oneself, even though we're not looking or we're doing it for ourselves. But it's like a dynamo. Doing good brings good. Doing good brings good. And we reinvest that good in the goodness. And we don't think, okay, now I've got some potency, now I'm going to be a king or a millionaire or ask the Lord for something. Not like that. We do selflessly, happily, to please the Lord. So you are with good people doing good things.
Хорошими людьми и совершаете.
And we are happy to be with such good people doing good things. Krishna, Krishna. I see Udaran Prabhu. He's been working, I know, because he's working Sundays, so he can get time off to be with the devotees when he can. A little news report from you, save a news report from you, Udaran Prabhu, that you might like to share.
It's difficult, Dandavat, Maharaj, it's difficult to say actually what is the seva and what is not the seva. So, and I'm not working today, but I'm learning a lot. So, and that's why I didn't came to Velagovinda. Unfortunately, that I needed some weekends, so I could have a little rest. But I hope that after a while we will see you in London.
After a little while in London, and after a little while more in Latvia. It's not far away that the retreat will be happening in Latvia. And we're looking forward to that also. So yes, but a very little while. Some of us, myself, I'm going next Sunday, a week today, going to London. And there they're having their 40th anniversary of the installation of the deities in London. And meanwhile, in Resegne, they'll be having their 1 week anniversary of the new ashram. And in London, 40 years since the deities were installed. All going in the right direction. Hare Krishna. Some messages. Priyanana, she's put Krishna, she's shared Krishna with us in the chat box. Oh my goodness, how beautiful. There you are. That gives some idea. Beautiful Krishna. And Shyama Priya, who is right here, even though he says Kiev, sent a picture, but it doesn't show up as a picture on my computer. Hare Krishna, and here's another picture from Priyanana sending. And these are the deities in St. Petersburg, is that correct, Priyanana?
Yes, Maharaj.
Jai. And by the way, today we can give some news. Shyama Priya is here. She can give some news in Russian of what we've been doing today. But they have a very beautiful folder at the Orient Day public festival where we've got a booth and where we were doing kirtan and speaking. And they have a very nice folder with A4 size color printed photographs to show the people who come to inquire at the stall. And there, a very impressive picture of Tomsk, the Tomsk ashram, the deities, and vast array of prasadam sweets, maybe of prasadam, sorry, bhoga offerings, not only sweets, everything. But it was probably either Govardhan Puja or some special day, and beautiful. And no one can believe it's Tomsk, the center of Russia. But this, you see how the teachings of Mahaprabhu, the teachings about Krishna, Vedavyas, the Vedas, this is now spread to all corners of the world, including Rezegne, which we have to admit is quite a small town in the middle of the forest, in the east of Latvia. A beautiful place. But we don't see many people on the streets, I have to say. We did Harinam Sankirtan there, and we were happy that there were trees around that we could talk to and share the holy name with. And Marie has given us something here, possible follow-up question to how does Krishna look is to the eyes of the body or to the eyes of the soul? For one is a shadow of the other. Why do we ask how Krishna looks instead of how Krishna feels, smells, sounds, tastes? Because visual descriptions are easier to approximate. They are still only approximate. How does Krishna look upon us? It is also the point that Srila Guru Maharaj, our master, he told that when we stand in front of the deity, we should think, I cannot really see him as such, but he can see me, he's seeing me. So we should be particularly conscious of the Lord when we are in front of the deities in that way. And Annapurna, did he share? This is the, Vrindavan deities, in Vrindavan, our temple in Vrindavan. Shishi Guru Gauranga, Radha, Radha Rasa Bihari. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Dandavad Maharaj, Dandavad всем преданным.
Dandavad Maharaj, Dandavad to all the devotees. These are the deities are uniquely beautiful. Today Madhusudan Maharaj was talking about 64 qualities of Krishna. One of them is he's uniquely beautiful. And I was just reading this chapter from Amna Tattva. And as a bit of a repetition, very inspiring that such a flow is coming. What I'm reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's also saying, I'm in headphones and I cannot hear myself very well.
It's okay, we can hear you, and also we can see where you are. You're on the upstairs floor of the Krishnadas Kaviraj building.
Yes, yesterday we had a big cleaning session with cow dung. Everything is shining brightly, sparkling.
There you are. You can be a cow dung salesman, just see.
Yes, Dandavad. And also, on the upper floor, on the roof, I made a little garden. Vaseshwari Didi, the wife of Suresha, she said that I should grow something, grooves, and here is my first little garden startup. Look how big they are already. Plants.
Такие крепыши.
So we got some creepers here.
И очень хочется выращивать и
I really
деревья
want
красивые
to
во
grow
Вриндаване.
beautiful trees in Vrindavan in the future.
So is it protected from the monkeys?
Да, естественно, здесь весь этаж
Yes, of course, the whole
защищен.
floor fully
Да, он полностью защищен.
fully guarded. Security 100.
Вот.
Okay,
Я
and
никуда не...
just behind Annapurna, we just saw the domes of the temple, the deity's temple, when you were walking there. And so all of this, by the way, on the roof is, there we are, there's our temple, means of the deities that you saw, Shishi Guru Gauranga, Radha, Rasa Bihariju, and the temple ashram building for the devotees is there, and the Nat Mandir is below. And so where Annapurna is standing is the top, the roof actually, of the Krishnadas Kaviraj building. And this is quite new, that's on the top of the roof here. So that's giving extra space for devotees for living and obviously fresh air, etc. And probably at night, they probably use that area because it's very fresh. And this is the, essentially where we are is above what's the Nat Mandir, if you like, for the temple that Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, the author of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat, that the temple that Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur established, his main temple that he established of Sri Radha Vrindavan Chandra. And the deity is now in the Radha Damodar temple on the far left side of the altar there. But this, the temple here is the original temple of Vrindavan Das Thakur, and this came to Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj, into his care for service, along with the property of that, of what formerly was the Radha Damodar temple, where now our temple is. Okay, and Subhadra Devidasi, so happy to see you sent photos of the deities in Tomsk. Beautiful, and really, I don't know, maybe they got from me, I'm not sure, but they have some beautiful pictures of the Tomsk, the deities and of the Bogar offering from perhaps Gaurapanima, I don't know what festival it was, but very impressive. And the Tomsk temple is, as we say, more Indian than India itself. It is so well prepared like that. Hare Krishna. Mary, she wanted to share a picture, but her phone is not cooperating. Okay, we see Shyama Priya's pictures. These are of the deities here in Vila Govinda Ashram in Italy. So anyway, everyone's very happily sharing pictures. What does Krishna look like? Well, in his deity forms, we're getting some idea here. Hare Krishna. Subhadri, so happy to know that you are with us too on the Zoom here. We're very grateful to know. Sorry, just clicking here to come back into the so I can see your gallery view. Hare Krishna. Okay, I'm going to ask Shyama Priya Devidasi just to give a little news from here, because everyone's doing something every day. We can ask her, what have we been doing today? And you can give directly in Russian to the team there.
Dandavats of the devotees. Я хотела бы поделиться...
Wait, I'll have to change to Russian. And we'll...
English.
Okay. Хотела бы поделиться тем, что...
I would like to share what is happening here past few days. There's a festival time here.
В парке в городе неподалеку
There's
фестиваль
there's a festival going on for Eastern culture and a park not too far. and our devotees are calling
Продажу
it,
книг, и
yeah,
несколько
they're
дней
selling
там
books,
активно проповедуют.
and a few
Сегодня мы
days
с
there,
Махараджем
they're actively
ездили
preaching. And
туда.
today with
Он
Maharaj,
давал
we
небольшую
went there.
лекцию
He
вступительную,
gave
и
an introductory
мы
lecture,
провели небольшой киртан.
and we
И
had a
очень
small
хотел
kirtan.
поделиться тем, как
And I would like to
правильно
share how
представить наше
important
учение,
it
потому
is
что
to properly
хоть нам и кажется, что мы
show
ничего не
the
знаем,
teachings. So it
есть
might
люди,
seem
которые
like we do
вообще
not know
ничего не
anything.
знают. И
There are
очень
people who
важно им
actually do not know
донести,
anything. And it's
что на
very
самом деле
important
мы
to give
практикуем,
them what we're
чему
actually
нас
practicing,
учат, о чем
what
вообще
we're being
сознание
taught.
Кришны. Очень
What is
именно
Krishna consciousness about?
это нужно
It's very
преподнести
important to
и объяснить
properly
нашу
introduce
ежедневную
it
практику.
and to explain our
И
daily
сегодня
practice.
Махарадж дал
And
такую
today,
лекцию,
Maharaj gave
где
a lecture
объяснил, что не обязательно
where he
жить в
explained that it
храме,
is not
чтобы
important
продолжать
to
жить
live at a
духовной
temple,
жизнью.
to
Это
continue
можно
living the spiritual life.
практиковать каждый день
It can be practiced
и при этом
daily,
ходить на работу,
and
выполнять
you can go to
свои
work, you
обязанности.
can do your
Но все
duties,
равно построить
but
свою жизнь
still
вокруг
to
центра, вокруг
build your life
самого
around the
главного.
center, around the most
И
important.
в короткой лекции, где
And in a
люди
short
этим всем
class
были не
where
знакомы,
people were
он
absolutely had
рассказал
no
всю
knowledge,
нашу концепцию в
he
простых словах.
presented
И
our full
я для
conception in
себя
simple terms.
почерпнула этот
And
опыт и буду
I
стараться
underlined for myself
проповедовать дальше
this
в Украине
experience, and I will
людям,
try
кто
to
не знаком
preach
с сознанием
in
Кришны,
Ukraine
буду
to
в
people
простых
who are completely
словах
new
стараться
in this
объяснять
way, with
дальше.
simple
И
words.
каждый раз, когда
And every
Кешавананда говорит,
time where
нам
Keshavananda speaks,
в нашей
he
практике
said,
очень
in
помогает
our
вспоминать
practice,
преданных. Даже
very
имя
helpful
преданного
to
нам
remember the
может
devotees,
напомнить
even their
о
names.
высшем.
Their
И
names can
после этих
fulfill
слов я
us, and
всегда
they can fill
вспоминаю
us with
Сурешу, его
the
активную
highest thing.
деятельность в сознании
And I'm
Кришны, его
always
активную
actively
проповедь.
remembering his activities in Krishna
Будучи
consciousness.
одним в городе, он, посмотрите, как масштабировался. И сколько сейчас гостей, сколько преданных,
Just
это
see how
удивительно.
many
И в
guests,
Украине я очень часто его
and
вспоминаю,
also
вот
in
когда не
Ukraine,
хочется
we're
выходить на
remembering him a
воду, идти
lot.
на Харинаму, когда не
When we
хочется на
don't want to
фестивале
go out on
побывать. Я
Harinam in
вспоминаю
bad
Суреша
weather,
и
or we
его
will just wait for the
уверенный
festival.
киртан
And I remember Suresh Krishna Prabhu and
еженедельный.
his
Поэтому
weekly brave
очень
kirtans.
вдохновляют
This is very
Латвия,
inspiring.
латвийские
Latvia is
преданные.
very
И
inspiring, the Latvian
мне кажется,
devotees.
что Суреш
And
умеет
I think
правильно
that
донести.
Suresh, he
И
knows
сегодня
how
я
to
вот
properly
получила
present it.
от
And
Махараджа
today
в его лекции идеи о
I
том,
got
как проповедовать у нас
an
в
idea
Украине.
from Maharaj in today's lecture how to properly preach.
Okay. So, of course, we didn't understand any of that because we were on the Russian channel. However, we were there, and I expect that Shamapriya was giving news of what we did today. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Glorified Suresh active preaching skills.
Jai, yes, indeed, indeed. And by the way, also, I'm now in the gallery view and happy to see also Ekadashi is with us from Tomsk too. So I'm very happy. And Sevarupa Devanasi and all others, and Krishna Priya Didi in Kaliningrad, the place I passed through but didn't visit any devotees when we were there. So, yes, Yuvati, did you put up a hand?
Dandavat to everyone. I'm Maharaj, my Dandavat. I have a question. Can I ask?
Yes,
Thank you.
please do.
I have a question about practicing humility, tolerance, and my point that it can be external and internal. And if I'm practicing this tolerance and humility to everyone, and it can be either in my own family or in, for example, I was visiting Lahta temple like a week ago, and I have no how to say outside I am I think I'm quite good devotee with humility and tolerance, but inside it can be different. And what is my point? That what is going on inside of me? Like it can be. No, I can have quite intense feelings like of anger or something else, like negative feelings. And if I no, because I'm psychologist, I know that if I trying to show it outside, it can release and don't harm me. But if I don't do it, then it can be somatized. For example, I don't know if it's understandable.
Yes, yes, understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how can I? What can I do to because I think it's quite natural. It's like we are egoistic people, yes, and we want to see the world, no, kind of comfortable for us, and it's all. Of course, it's not all the time like this, and if we are feeling negative feelings, but not showing them outside, no. This point, because this is the difference between outside and inside, and what to do with inside feelings.
Okay, I understand. I understand, and not just, I mean, we understand that's something, but Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who's got extremely clear, I mean, the clearest vision of all of us, basically, he knows what's going on in everyone's mind because he was that pure soul, and the very pure persons, they know the whole interaction of the mind, the senses, and everything else. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he makes this very point, that it is not only that we should try to behave in a civilized way with others, behave in a proper way with others, but internally we must catch our thinking. We must always be careful of what we're thinking, and we must try to catch our wrong thoughts, our anger, envy, and whatever else it may be. We need to try to catch them at the beginning. And Srila Guru Maharaj made the point, said that if we, in English there's the expression, nip it in the bud, means when something is budding before it's fructified, then we should take out that bud so it doesn't come into full bloom. So we must give attention from the beginning, and it is good that we notice ourselves thinking wrong, because we'll try to address it, and we can take shelter of the Vaishnavas. We can call the name of the Vaishnavas, or names of the Vaishnavas. We can take shelter in Guru, we can take shelter in the holy name. And they can all help us, that when we feel something wrong is wakening up in our consciousness, we can chant Hare Krishna, we can chant to Guru, we can chant to the Vaishnavas, because we need help to cross all of these difficulties. And when we don't get help, then we start getting absorbed in these difficulties, engulfed in them. And Srila Guru Maharaj makes the point too, that we see that someone is in good standing, and then bit by bit they are going into bad standing. And Guru Maharaj says that if the grace of the Guru Vaishnava is withdrawn, then the devotee may be in difficulty for some time. But the devotee must ask to the Gurus and Vaishnavas again, please, you give your grace. I want to overcome all of these things. And our attempt, our desire not to have these thoughts, wrong thoughts, this is also noted by them. So we need to be sincere and take shelter of the holy name, the Vaishnavas, the Guru, and try to be careful in our own thinking. And it's not a case of suppression in the sense of, if we are taking shelter of the devotees, we are engaged in controlling our speech, our mind, anger, the tongue, the belly, and the genitals. This is the very first instruction of Rupa Goswami for our activities, for how to conduct our life. So it is a lifetime of practice. And Srila Gurudev said about humility, tolerance, giving honor to others. It is a lifetime of practice, and we will again and again fail, but we will stand up again and go forwards, and with the regret of the failure. And another thing about like anger, if we're feeling angry, it's not good to feel angry. We know it. In fact, the doorways of hell are described as lust, greed, anger, envy, something, 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 are the doorways to hell, to a very bad future. So we're told to control lust, greed, anger, hatred, etc., and to try to catch them. In the beginning, it may be only external, but we will try to catch the bud of those thoughts. Speech, mind, anger, tongue, belly, genitals. The first verse of the Upadeshamritam by Rupa Goswami. So we need to keep trying and always pray for the mercy to be as successful as possible. And after all, Arjuna did say to Krishna, "Oh dear Krishna, I think to control the mind is more difficult than to control the wind." So in other words, the Lord knows, the actually pure devotees, they know the science of what is going on inside our mind. And really, Krishna is the topmost psychologist. And probably you know that already, studying psychology. Krishna is the topmost psychologist. And we want to get ourselves conditioned for the proper mentality, the proper psychology of the devotees of Goloka Vrindavan. They are all pure. They have no inclination, no desire to be angry at anybody, to criticize anybody, to this, that, and the other. There is no inclination for that. And in that upper world, everyone is so pure, sweet, and as we said a little earlier, they're mad to help others. They want to help others. And so we can guess, oh, what a beautiful world. But we have to try to have those qualities in order to go there. And really, it is true. Finally, it is the grace of the residents there that they give us a bit of a slap on the cheek, and all of our bad qualities are gone. We find, oh, we're in such nectar that we're not even going to think about these other hellish, the doorways to hell. Will only be attracted by the doorway to heaven. But not heaven of the mundane world, but heaven, that ideal of the eternal joyful life at home with Krishna. So, Yuvati, very good. You recognize these things. Call out the names of the devotees and Guru. And next time, when we meet, because not if we meet, when we meet, which also will be quite soon, we'll be coming to the Baltic states. Then if I see you walking down the street, calling loudly the names of Vaishnavas and Guru, I know, I'll have a guess that you'll be taking their shelter. And in the meantime, our Annapurna in Krishna Das Kaviraj building has put up another hand, a digital hand this time. Last time it was one hand. Yes, Annapurna.
Dandavas. I have a question about. I'll try to formulate for the third time in my head.
Maybe Subhadra, Didi, Subhadra, can you listen to Annapurna's question? Because you can probably answer to her very appropriately and in Russian language. And I'm hearing also the question, but if you accept, I'll be happy to pass this to Subhadra Didi. We'd all like to hear from her too. Annapurna Didi, yes.
So it's a question about not being attached to your activities, not to be attached to the results of your activity. How to understand it, how to transform it, and how to it's a little hard to understand for me. So how do I give my results to my Gurudev? It's a little bit of a messy question, but I think the topic is understood. Dandavas Subhadra Didi. Dandavas to everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Annapurna? Yes, we can hear you. Generally, we are told not to be unattached to our activity, but to not be attached to the results of our activity. So we do something, and we can be fully attached to the activity like a service. And even attachment to that service is even good for us, because attachment is something that we are striving to. We're striving to attachment to many things. And if we become attached to the association of devotees, to some activity in the association of the devotees, even to do something we like for the devotees, I think that is good. Because then we can give our some internal feeling of joy from this activity, and to be attached to that activity, I think it's good. Maybe Maharaj can correct me, but to be attached, not to be attached to the results of my activity, that's a different thing. Because we do something from some personal desire to do something for the devotees, or we have some direct instruction from the seniors to do something, and we do that. Or just if a person just wants to, he tries to do something for the devotees, to the Lord. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, anything you do, eat, walk, anything you do, just give those, give that to me. And that person can be away from the devotees. He can listen to the instructions from his guru, from the seniors, and he can try to give the results to the Lord. Maybe he's earning money, and then he can use that money to go to parikrama, or he can send a donation to some temple. But in some way, he's doing some activity, and we might as well be doing this. We live and we do something. Everyone needs to eat, therefore we work to buy something. We offer to the Lord, and we honor the prasadam, and then we share that. That is all good, but not to be attached to the results of our activity. That is a question, not very easy question to understand. Everyone is explaining that in a different way. But as I understand it, the results of our activities is, like you do your duty nicely, But if something does not go up to your plan, our general tendency is to become sad. But the general idea that we tried, we gave our energy, we tried to do something for the Lord, for Guru, we made some activities, but we did not get the proper result. And then we're told not to be too upset by that. We do not know what the plan of the Lord is. We do not know how everything in creation is turning out. And as Sridhar Maharaj said, we do our input, and other living entities, they have their own input. And it doesn't have to be that our input has to be bigger than others, so we reach some heights. But we do what we can, and even if we get a small result from that, that is already good. We can already be grateful to the Lord. And even if we get no result, then maybe we can try to do it differently. And not to be too upset by that if something is not going according to our plan, not to chastise ourselves, and obviously not to blame others around us. So we make mistakes, but our very effort is valuable if that effort is directed to the satisfaction of the devotees. If we want to bring them some joy, and we're not always successful as we initially planned it, but we should not become too upset and understand that it is what it is. And even Bali, in his dialogue with Indra, the great Bali Maharaj, who was defeated at the end because he was the devotee of the Lord. The Lord wanted him to be defeated, and he was even defeated by Indra. But in that dialogue between him and Indra, because Bali Maharaj was a devotee, he said that famous phrase, that if something is happening that I cannot influence, then it is happening by the will of the Supreme Lord. And he, as it is known, he is the supreme benefit. And as as Subhadra Didi is saying, that you need, even if you get something that you do not want, you have to accept the inevitability with all your mental activity, with all your effort. And if we're constantly going to be engaged in service, we are undoubtedly going to get some result. But either way, it is given by the Lord's mercy. So we must accept any result. And not to become too upset if something is not going right. Maybe your question is not how to, maybe your question was how to not be attached to the activity, but I think we should be attached to activities related to Vaishnava and Guru, but not to the results that are coming as a result of those activities. Something like that. That is my opinion. Maybe if Maharaj, I would be very grateful if Maharaj can clarify his opinion and the opinion of the scriptures and Sridhar Maharaj, how to properly understand this question. Thank you very much.
Well, I was also thinking about some incident that happened with Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj, where somebody did such and such service, but Gurudev, directly in front of the devotee, gave credit to another person for that service. And then he's looking at the devotee who did this service, like knowingly, I know you did it, but I'm giving credit to this person. So that also, for everybody, we get some trials and tests. And when that comes from someone like Srila Gurudev, then we take that as a great blessing. That, okay, somebody else did that service. Are we going to say, no, it was me, I deserve the credit? But right there, Gurudev consciously doing it, but outwardly, for everybody to see in the gathering of devotees, the other person is getting the credit and not the devotee who did the work. So this is also it's very beautiful when it's all done in a pure, when it's all an interaction in a pure way from Srila Gurudev like that. But yes, Subhadri, to be attached to doing service, and we must also want to be successful to please our masters. But when, and we've seen, we can think lots of examples where what we think should be the outcome, when that doesn't happen for the pleasure of our masters, then we have to admit it and think, okay, but I tried my best. But sometimes we've had the cases where Gurudev really wants something done, and Gurudev actually has famously said more than once, said, I do not like the word sorry. Like he's asking for a devotee to go to, for instance, to Calcutta to do something and bring back something from Calcutta. And if the devotee comes back and he didn't bring back what he was meant to bring back, then, because it was late, he didn't have time, something, and then the devotee comes to Gurudev, says, oh, Gurudev, I am sorry, but, the trams were on strike or something. I mean, it's Calcutta. Things go on strike all the time. But Gurudev, he wasn't happy with that. So there's a context for all of these statements. And in particular, the context about not wanting the result, that we should not do a job only if I get a result, is also implying this idea, yes, I'll paint the walls, but only if you give me, 50 rupees or 50 euros or something. That's not what we should be doing. We should be doing selfless activity. And Srila Guru Maharaj said that I'll only do something if I get a reward, that is miserly behavior. And we do not want to be miserly. We want to be selfless. Bhakti yoga is the yoga of selflessness for the satisfaction of the Lord and his devotees. And satisfying his devotees is the way to satisfy the Lord. Anyway, Subhadididi, very nicely you explained. And our clock in Italy may be going faster than the clock in Latvia, I do not know, but our clock is going very fast. So we are going to continue today. We are on the third day of the programs here with the kiosk open, and we're going to do kirtan in the garden and try not to frighten the people away, but attract them. Sometimes it feels like when we go there and start doing kirtan, the people are a bit cautious. But our duty is to be merciful to the jiva souls by chanting Krishna's name aloud. And that means all of our duty, something like this. And we should not be attached to the result. Right. If we frighten the people away, oh dear, wasn't the result we were looking for. But some example. Okay, we are in Latvia. We're with the devotees, all of us from different places in the world. We've come to Latvia and we're with you all today as your guests. And so happily, we're with you. Just one more chat in the chat box. Take a quick look and see what's in the chat box. Oh, Marie. Marie. It's like that quote I can't remember all of about working toward a desired result. You are not obligated to finish the work, but neither are you free to abandon it. Srila Guru Maharaj says it's about going about in a factory, to go on strike is also wrong. To take the things from the factory which are owned by which are meant for the owner, that is wrong. But to go on strike is wrong. So yes, we can find purpose in our service, but we might never see the outcome we want and expect, yes, either because another outcome is better or because our work is only a small part in a larger task that we cannot see. And Krishna can see the whole picture. And there's a list of things we think, why? But as time passes by, we see Krishna has always some plan. He has the plan, and our duty is to do our duty as best we understand it, as best we can. But Krishna's plan finally is the supreme. All right, dear devotees in Latvia and around the world, including Tomsk, our devotees there, Ekadashi now also turned on her camera, we can see. And to all of you, Jadu Krishna, who has been with us all the way through, and his daughter, Premamaya Devi Rasi, Marie, Hari Gopal.
Sevarupa showing one more devotee.
Sevarupa is showing one more devotee. Where? Oh, Sevarupa. She is a devotee.
She's showing one. Is Madhura Vasi? No.
Mathura Basini. I don't know.
Jai Gurudev, Dandavat Maharaj.
Sorry, we're in the, okay, I'm in the thumbnail view. I have to make you bigger, then I can see. Oh, yes, Mathura Basini. Sorry, Didi. I thought you were very small. In the, not very small as a devotee, small in the thumbnail. I couldn't see. Good to see you. And by the way, that I told you, you maybe heard about the display that they have at the Orient Day Festival that we've been attending today. And one of them is also the South African temple with all the signboard on the gate and the whole temple, everything looking very impressive. So this is also, the public are seeing you, not only the South African people who drive past on the road, but now in Monza, right beside the Formula One racetrack, then they can see you. They are seeing you today.
Okay, Jai.
Hi, Mathura Basini Devi Rasi. And Venu Gita turned on her camera too. Hare Krishna. And to all of you, we appreciate everything. And Hari Gopal Prabhu, your translating work. And Priyanana, she left, but she was doing translation before we share that appreciation. All right, Rupanuga Prabhu, Kanu Priyaridi, Vasudeva Ras, Vasudeva Prabhu, and Kamala Sundari here in Vila Govinda, doing seva somewhere. She's maybe cleaning the pots or cooking, I do not know. And, oh, Jagannath Prabhu, Shama Priyadevi Rasi, and everybody there in the flat of Suresh and Udaran Prabhu, all there in Latvia. I spoke too much, Suresh. Now I leave everything to you. I'll be quiet.
Hare Krishna. Maharaj,
Maharaj, when I was preparing for the arrival of the devotees and the opening of our center yesterday, I was remembering the support of Guru, and I got the understanding that the devotees are coming 250 kilometers away. They're coming to a small town, as you said, where there are a few people and the trees, and they're coming here to give the support. And I felt the support of Guru. Guru, he's responding to some desire to be useful, and the devotees are kind of supporting that idea I have. I'm feeling the support of all the devotees around me and my obeisances, because without them, nothing would be successful. They are the support, they are my inspiration. And I understand that now I am indebted to them. And now I need to be useful to them as well somehow. Guru, he's always supporting. Even if we cannot see it, his support is always there. He is giving that support through everyone. We just have to continue the attempts of service, to not fall flat, face first, under the support of Guru, not to stop ever. Hare Krishna.
And Tanushree Devi Rasi and Lavanyamoy, they came more than 150 or 250 kilometers. They came all the way from Vila Govinda just in time to drive up and be with you. So they were with us just a moment ago, and now they're with you, continuing with festival days. So we're very happy to see that. All right. Jai Shri Gurudev, Om Vishnupad, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Shri Guru Maharaj, Om Vishnupad, Srila Bhakti Rockok Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki Jai. Shri Rupa Nuga Guru Bhaga ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai. Vishwarendra Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai. All the assembled devotees ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswati Acharya Vrinda ki Jai. And Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Hari Hari Bo. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha. Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha. Patitanam Pavanebhyo. Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Jai Shri Bhakti
Shanti, 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 Om. All right, we are going to go and make some noise in the garden with cartels and madanga. Dandavat, have a successful week. We'll see many of you soon and see all of you next week. Okay, to all of you there in Resegne, super to be able to share your festival. All best wishes. Liga, let us see you and your friend when we come also in June. No, I forget which month. But when we come there soon to Latvia, then we hope to have also the opportunity to meet with you, and you can ask questions and discuss too. To all of you, best wishes. We'll meet soon. Hare Krishna. Nitai Gaur Premanandi. Hari Bol. Savi. Dandavad, Dandavad. Amra Ashchi. Hari Gopal.
Hare Krishna. Дандават, дорогие преданные, дандават. До встречи через неделю. Дандават.